Good morning, guys. Welcome to another session of my Fit Crew Strength Training. This is the first day of the month, and my name is Fez, and we are going to be doing some lower body workout, lower body strength training. And I hope that you are with me throughout the month or week or whatever days I'm here with, or the other coaches who are here, and give your all out. Always keep yourself hydrated, not only during the workout but also throughout the day. But make sure you give your 100%. Our main focus is over the quality of the workout and not the quantity of the workout. We make sure each rep is fine. If we are working on a particular muscle, we make sure we're feeling a lot of tension on the muscle, so we know that we are working right and we're getting the form right, and that's how we get started. So let's go. Today I will be helping you with some lower body workout. What we're going to do is we're going to do 7 exercises for our lower body. They are going to be a good lower body exercises, and we make sure we make sure we get the form right. I'll be showing you the right form. So we'll be doing 2 rounds of 7 exercises. In the first round, make sure you try to understand the exercise. We do the form right, we get the rep right, and then we focus on a particular muscle that we are working on. And the second round, we'll be doing the same exercises but with some high intensity, or we'll get the reps more, or we'll get the weights higher. That's how we do a productive overload. It can be of 3 to 4 types, which one containing more reps, the second containing more weights, the third one containing more sets you can do. As we'll be doing 2 rounds, that means we'll be doing 2 sets of it. And just let's go. So whenever you're gonna start a workout, make sure your body is warmed up. No matter what part of the body you are trying to work out today, make sure everything is warm. And whatever exercise you start, make sure you're starting everything with your core. We use our core throughout the exercise. Make sure your core is tight. You take a deep breath in, tighten your core, and try to do that exercise so that your core is always engaged during the whole workout. Okay, so let's go. So just starters, we're just gonna do some hip movement. We're doing a lower body workout, so we don't want to put a lot of pressure on our lower back too, because we'll be carrying weights too. We want to do some rotations, 5 to 6 forward rotation, 5 to 6 backward rotation in a clockwise or anti-clockwise. After this, you just want to do a quad stretch. Try to hold there for at least 2 to 3 seconds. Now make sure when you're doing a quad stretch, make sure your knees are always pointing down towards the ground and not up. We don't want to do this, or we don't want to take it too behind. Make sure they're just right straight pointing towards the ground. After you finish this, you can do some knee hugs, taking your knee all the way up, doing some knee hugs. Or you can just spread your legs, and we're just going to shift our body weight. Once you finish, we'll do some groin. We'll put some pressure on the groin. Now, whenever you start to stretch or warm up before the workout in a lower body workout and stretching your groin, make sure you're not stretching it all the way, just a little, so that you start feeling that pressure on the abductor. And then let's go again. A little bit of stretch, not a lot. We want to do some knee rotation, the same thing that we did with our hips, now with our knees. Now you make sure your leg is glued to the ground and not, you're not lifting it a lot. Do some clockwise, some anti-clockwise rotation. You just walk around, shake it off. And if you feel your body is warmed up, then we get to the exercise. If you still feel your body is not warmed up, what you can do is you can do some openers. You can do some gate openers. You can do some closing of the gate. whatever you feel like. Once you're done with that, we get going to exercises. So the first exercise is going to be normal squats, normal weighted squats. Now what we're going to do over here is that we are just going to do a normal squat with weights in our hand, with like a suitcase squat and nothing else. In the second round, we'll be including another exercise within the normal squat, so that whenever we finish a squat and then we change into another exercise, as I told you, we do a 2-3 type of productive overload. One can be the reps, one can be the form, another one can be an isometric hold. Isometric holds are very important. I try to get as many as isometric holds as I can in the exercise, so that we are using isometric powers too. Okay, so let's go. The first one is going to be a normal squat, a very normal suitcase squat, that dumbbells at the side, and what we're going to do is we're just going to do a normal squat down and come up. Now you notice that my knees don't go inside, they don't go wide, slightly wide. It's still okay, but I don't want anybody's knees to go inside. We're not going to take them inside. Now our focus is going to be, so there are going to be small minor details that I'll be telling you throughout the workout. You make sure that you pay attention to them, and you just keep them in your mind whenever you're doing that exercise. So the first one is going to be our back always straight, chest always out. We don't want to anytime get our shoulders, drop the shoulders down. We're going to take them straight up, chest outside, and my back is going to be straight, not too arched, not too hump, but my back is going to be straight, and my knees are, so whenever you're going down, make sure your knees are going slightly wide or straight. Try to make them straight, but if they're slightly wide, that's also fair enough. There's no problem in that. So, and toes always pointing straight. Make sure they're not wide. You're not doing a sumo squat, so they're not pointing inside, they're pointing straight. And wherever your toes are going, make sure your knees follow the start line of your toes. Okay, so let's go. All we're going to do is we're going to go down, do a squat, and come up. That's it. Now we make sure we do at least 10 to 12 reps this time. Last time we started with 8 to 10 reps, but this time we are going to push ourselves to do at least 10 reps minimum. Okay, so let's go. Nine, 10, and relax. If you feel 10 is a bit more for you, go for at least 12 reps, but don't push yourself to do more reps, because we still have the whole workout lined up. We're gonna have the whole first round, and then after that we'll be having second round, which is going to be an intense round for you guys, because in the exercises we might do include other exercises too, or we can go for higher reps or for higher weight. So with this we finish our first exercise, normal squats. We're done with that. Second exercise is going to be lunges, normal lunges. And throughout the workout, after the sets, I keep telling that whenever you finish a set, you start breathing heavy, so you get that oxygen back in the body, because during the workout you aren't breathing that much, but not concentrating on breathing that much, but still somewhere you feel tired, and then you just after finishing the set, just get up, just walk, just take 2-3 deep breaths, some 5-10 steps, just walk around, get mentally prepared for the exercise. I keep telling this thing too, that you don't have to be only physically prepared, you gotta be mentally prepared for the exercise too. And one most important thing is that you always keep sipping water, keep yourself hydrated. As you see, I have my bottle here, so I always keep myself hydrated. Okay, so let's go. So the second exercise is gonna be lunges. There's gonna be a very normal lunge that we're gonna do. What we're gonna do is just gonna keep our dumbbells at the side. Now you can see at the side, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my one leg forward, lean forward, you go down, do a lunge and come back. Now what we don't want to do is we don't want to take upper body to forward, we don't want to do this and come back, but we want to keep our upper body straight, toes pointing straight and knees following that line, upper body straight and just go down and then come back. The same thing with opposite leg, upper body straight and down. So the minute details are, whenever you take a step forward for a lunge, as soon as you take a forward, you land your leg forward, you just take your upper body behind so that your upper body gets straight and then do a lunge and then back. Okay, so let's go. Minute details matter a lot because we are focusing on getting clean reps. That's it. So we're gonna do 5 on each side, 5 right, 5 left. If you wanna go for 5 right, 5 left first, that's completely fine. If you're gonna go alternate, that's also completely fine. I'm gonna do alternate, so let's go. Keep breathing while you're working out and relax. As soon as you finish 10, you might feel a lot of tension on your quads, on your hamstring, a little bit burn there. That's completely fine. That is what we are focusing on right now. So yes, if you still feel it's a little less for you, 5 reps were like very easy, you could have done more, go for 6 to 7 reps. That's completely fine, but do not push to more than 8 reps. Again, after the set, take at least 20 to 30 seconds breather, walk, deep breaths, and of course water. And if you feel a little bit tension or a little bit stretch or a little bit soreness on your leg, just shake it off or do some quadricep stretch. After any exercise that you feel that way, just do that stretch and you're ready to go. Okay, let's go for the third exercise. The third exercise that we're going to do is going to be a very simple one. That's going to be a calf raise. All I want you to do is just hold the dumbbell side to side and just do a normal calf raise. That's it and nothing else. We're not focusing on anything else. Now, what we're going to do over here is we don't want to hump our back a lot. We're not going to do this, but we will take our chest out, back slightly arched or straight. That's completely fine. And then do a normal calf raise up and then come down. Now whenever you're going up, make sure we're not going too fast or you're not pushing ourselves to do fast reps. We are not focusing on reps here, we are focusing on the form here. So you make sure you go up and then slowly down. So whenever you're coming down, try to resist, get as slow as possible, get down as slow as possible. Okay, we are gonna do at least 12 to 15 reps for calf raises because in the next round we're gonna add a bit spice to it. Okay, toes pointing straight and let's go. And relax. So with this we finish our calf raises 2. With this we finish our 3 exercises, 4 exercises remaining, and then we get to round 2 of these exercises, which we're gonna improvise a little bit more. We're gonna add a few exercises or more to make it fun or make it more challenging. We always keep challenging ourselves. I make sure I try to get these workouts where you always have something new to learn, or you're challenging yourself throughout the workout. As we finish this, we're gonna do the 4th exercise that we're gonna do is gonna be a glute bridge. It's a very simple exercise. You gotta lie down on your floor, lie down on the floor. What we're gonna do is now, small minded as I keep telling you, is make sure that your leg is all glued to the ground whenever you're doing the exercise. Second thing is make sure your back is all glued to the ground too. And third thing is whenever you get up in a glute bridge form, make sure you're squeezing your hamstring or glutes inside for that proper, what do you say, a proper form, a proper rep. Get it inside and then slowly get it down. So when we're getting it down, make sure you're not, hasting it. We don't want to do this and then fast come down. What we want to do is we want to go up, squeeze, and then slowly get it down. Everything slow. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do at least 10 to 12 reps again, because you're not using any weights right now. So let's go. Now you can keep your hands here, or you can keep your hands wide. There's no problem in that. Or you can keep your hands on top too. That's also completely fine. Ready? So I'm going to keep my hands here, and let's go. Last two. And relax. Whew. Feeling a lot of tension on your glutes. That's completely fine. Just shake it off, and we'll be ready to go for our fifth exercise in round one. Have a sip of water. Now we're going to shift to the fifth exercise. That is going to be an RDL, a single leg deadlift. What we're going to try to do over here is a single leg deadlift, but now you make sure you get the form right. I'm going to show you a proper form over here. So what we want to do over here is we're going to take one dumbbell, only one dumbbell required. Now what we're going to do over here is the opposite leg and the opposite hand. So what we're going to do over here is we're going to take only our upper body forward, and as I take my upper body forward, my opposite leg is going to go behind at the same time simultaneously. Now you make sure you're not doing this. Now make sure we are arching our back and only our upper body goes behind. So you've got to push your hips behind. We're going to push our hips behind and upper body goes down, and then you come up. Now whenever you're doing this, you make sure your knees bend slightly, but we're not bending our knees a lot. What we're going to do is we're going to go down slowly, slight bend, and come back up. As soon as your dumbbell reaches below your knee or till the shin, and that is the time you're going to come up. Now for the leg that is going behind, you make sure you're not curving your leg. We try to keep leg straight, and then you come up. Okay, so let's go. We're gonna do at least 6-6 or 7-7 on each leg, and let's get going. It's gonna challenge your stability, your core. As soon as you finish 6 to 7 reps, switch the dumbbell to the other hand, and now we work the same thing on the other leg. Make sure your leg goes behind, the left leg goes behind in a straight form. You're not trying to, again, trying to curve it anyhow. We're going to make sure it goes straight. And again, your upper body should be bending only. We're not bending our knees, and we're trying to push our hips behind. That is the time when we bend our body. And relax. Oh. What muscle we are targeting here is our hamstring. If you are feeling stretch or a little bit tension on your hamstring, you did it right. But again, you make sure the form is right. We're not trying to, hurt or get tension on any other muscle that we are trying to work on, rather than the muscle that we are trying to work on, because we don't want to injure our lower back when we are lifting weights. That is the main point that we focus on, that we don't want to injure ourselves, or because a wrong lift or a wrong form can injure any part of the body. Whatever exercise you're doing doesn't matter, but it can injure any part of the body, and we don't want to do that. So you make sure you get the form right, because quality over quantity every single day. Okay, so with this we finish our RDLs too. The sixth exercise that is gonna be a sumo squat. It's gonna be a very simple basic sumo squat that we're gonna do. We're gonna keep our dumbbell down, holding straight ahead, and we wanna spread our legs a little bit wide apart. So what I do is that I take one step on the right, one step on the left, and that's how I'm ready for a sumo squat. If you feel that you can do two, it's comfortable for you, please go ahead and try it out. Now you make sure your toes are going diagonal, they're not going straight, or not going pointing straight or pointing wide. You make sure they're pointing a little bit diagonal. And whenever you're trying to do a sumo squat, make sure your knees go in the straight line of your toes, wherever your toes are pointing. And we're gonna do a sumo squat, and this come up. That's it. Now what we want to do over here is, my detail is, first is the toes pointing diagonal, second is your knees going there, third is that whenever you come up, make sure you're not getting your knees full straight. We're gonna keep our knees slightly bent throughout this exercise. So whenever you go down and you come up, make sure you're not doing this, but make sure your knees are still slightly bent, so that tension is there. And fourth thing is that you're going to keep your back straight. We don't want to hump our back. We're not going to do this. We're not trying to lift anything. We're just going to go down and come straight on top. Okay, that's what we're going to do. So let's go. Again, I'll show you once again. One step right, one step left, and I'm ready for my sumo squat. Adjust your toes pointing outside, knees following that line, dumbbell ahead, and let's go. We're gonna do at least 10 reps this time. 10 reps, the minimum that we are focusing on. Ready? So let's go. Last 2, 9, and 10, and relax. Whew. With this we finish our sumo squats too, and take rest, have water, get your breath back, start breathing heavy, and we jump to our 7th exercise. That is the finisher that we're going to do for the whole workout that we just did. Is going to be a finisher for that. For that finisher, what we're going to do is we're going to do a normal body weight exercise. It's a normal body weight exercise. You don't require the dumbbell over here. What we're going to do is we're going to do one squat, and the same time as you come up, we're going to do one right lunge, one left lunge, and then back to our starting point. So that is the whole thing that I did was 1 rep. So including the squat, the lunge, and when you come back, this is 1 rep. This is a finisher for us, and for this we're going to do at least 7 reps. So it's going to be 7 squats and then 7 lunges on right and 7 lunges on left. Now again, when you're doing this, we make sure we keep our form right. We don't want to we don't want to lose our form in between the exercise, because it happens that we tend to lose our best form during the whole exercise. We started with a good form, but then during the exercise we focus on the weight and then we start losing the concentration on our form. It happens, it's very natural to happen that. Okay, so let's go. This is what we're going to do, and 7 reps. So it's going to be 7 squats, 1 lunge, 1 right lunge and 1 left lunge, and then you get back to your position. Ready? So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, last one, and relax. I know it might, you feel a good burn on your quads and your hamstring, your whole, lower body. That's what we want you to feel, a good burn on your lower body. So with this we finish our round 1, and after this we're gonna push ourselves for round 2. It's gonna be fun exercise that I'm gonna make you do. It's gonna be really good exercises, some good strength training workout that I've got for you. Have a sip of water, take 1 minute breather if you want, and then let's get going for round 2.
I'ma give all of my people a portion to build them a fortune on flipping the ride. I can't be mixy when iffy the vibe, and 40 on 50 is really the time. Why are you all
Once you're ready, we start. We're gonna start with round 2. Last time we did, so first exercise that we did was normal squat, but now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do 1 normal squat and then 1 jump squat at the same time. So we're gonna push ourselves that way. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do 1 normal squat, and then for the second time when you go down, and we're gonna push ourselves for a jump squat and then relax, and then again keep going. So we're gonna do 5 reps. So this was 1 rep, this was 1 rep, this 1 squat, and then 1 jump squat. This is 1 rep. We're gonna do at least 5 to 7 reps. When we're ready, let's go. And now make sure minor details matter. I always keep telling you, make sure your toes are pointing straight, your knees again going slightly wide or inside, but make sure whenever you're jumping on top, so whenever you do that squat and then the second time when you're going, you go down and then you're jumping on top, make sure you're not arching your back, make sure your back is straight when you're trying to jump up. Okay, so let's go. 1, 2, 3. Try to push yourself on top. 4, 5, 6. Last one. 7, and relax. Ooh. A little bit of plyometrics too. We include a little bit of plyometrics with jumps and everything. That's also very important for our strength training workout. We introduce new workouts so our body is used to any workout that we might give to you in future, preparing you for good strength training. With this we finish our squats and jump squats too. Second is going to be lunge. Now what we did lunges was a normal lunge that we did. Now we do not require weights in this exercise. What we're going to do is, it's going to be a very fun drill. What we're going to do is lunge and then we are going to jump off to a squat position from that lunge position. So what we're going to do is we're going to go behind a backward lunge. You're going to go down and then you're going to jump ahead and then hold in a squat position, or do one squat and then come up. Then we do the alternate side, leg behind. Now again, you make sure your back is straight. We are not doing this, we don't want to do this. We're going to keep our back straight. You're going to go down and then jump up in a squat position, do one squat and then back up. So it's a reverse lunge to a jump squat. Oh, it's gonna be fun. Okay, again 5-5 on each side, or 6-6 or 7-7 on each side. If you feel 5 is less, push yourself to do at least 6 to 7 this time. And let's go. Let's get it going. Simple. Ready? So now again, minor details. So whenever you go behind, do a backward lunge, you make sure both your toes are pointing straight, and as soon as you touch, divide your rep into small steps. So this is going to be 1, making your back straight, is going to be 2, it's going to be 3, and the 4th one is going to be jump and then one squat and then back on top. Okay, so let's go. Two, 1. Sorry, I'm counting it alternate.
I'm watching the rise, and I wouldn't say I'm shocked, cause I'm hardly surprised. This one's for the ride, this one's for who knew I'd make it, just needed some time. This one's for my wife, could've left 1,000 times just so by my side.
Last rep.
This one's for the grind, I knew it would happen, just had the strength in my mind. To the videos, they thought I was a black guy. It's hard to get over.
And relax. Whew. So with this we feel a lot of burn on our quads and our hamstring, because you're trying to push yourself on top, engage your core, keep your core tight and then push on top. Breathe out whenever you're pushing anything on top. When you're trying to push anything in a lunge position, you go up and then a squat and then relax. Whew. Again, if you feel any tension, please shake it off. Do some quadricep stretch, or you want to do some knee hugs. Completely fine. Have some water and then we switch to our third exercise in round 2. Like a house on the hills, can't see us. Say the money still me up. Stay humble, stay teed up. I won't tell you how to live. Okay, so let's go. Now what we're gonna do is, the third exercise that we did was calf raise, a simple calf raise. Now in the second round we try to push yourself, do more, or if you feel that you want to stick to only calf raises, you can stick to that. Okay, so let's go. The third exercise, it's gonna be a calf raise into a squat. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go up, try to hold there, and then as my heel is my heel is off the floor, I'm on my toes. There I'm gonna try to do a squat and then come back up and then go down. So the whole pressure is maintained on my calf. When I go on top, I try to do a squat and then up, and then I take my leg down. So we're gonna do at least 7 to 8 reps of this. Okay, so it's gonna be fun. Now make sure you try to push yourself. It's gonna try to challenge your stability too, your core too. So make sure your core is tight whenever you're doing it, and let's get going. So on top and down, up, and then relax. Let's go. Try to keep your back straight. Last one. And relax. Now you still feel a lot of pressure on your calves. That is exactly what we were working on your calf, to give good strength on your calves, challenging your calves. If you feel this is too much for you, you're not being able to do this, please stick to the normal one. Take the dumbbells and do calf raises. Again, we did last time, we did 15. Now make sure you push yourself to do 20 reps. If you feel this was too easy, you can go with a dumbbell too. Take dumbbells in your hand and do the same exercise with calf raise and a squat. Try to balance and then come back. So with this we finish our calf raises too. Now the fourth exercise was glute bridges, but this time I'm gonna do something else. You gotta challenge yourself to do something else. Make sure we put a lot of pressure on our hamstrings. This time what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep our legs straight. Take one step here and then lift our leg up, then slowly get one more step. So as soon as we get closer, we're gonna do a glute bridge, and then we're gonna keep slowly taking one step down and then relax. Now this is going to be 1 rep. Now whenever you're doing this, you make sure that you start off on your heel. So it's going to be one step closer. It's going to be one step closer, and now make sure your hip is off the floor as soon as you take the first step, and then slowly getting the leg closer in the glute bridge form. Squeeze your glutes inside, and then slowly same going, letting it go off, and then relax. 5 reps, 5 to 6 reps minimum. If you think you can push yourself, you feel you can still push yourself to do 8 to 10 reps, that's fantastic. If 5 to 6 reps is a minimum target. Okay, so let's go. You are try to engage your core, keep your core tight. Make sure you're breathing well. Puts a lot of pressure on your hamstrings. One last rep. I'm going to do 5. And relax. Whew. Puts a lot of pressure on your hamstring. If you feel this is too much for you, you're not being able to do this, it's completely fine. We gotta build strength to do this too. If you feel you can, go for it. And if you feel you cannot do it, do the exercise that we did in the first round, normal glute bridges that I told you. Again, small points to notice in that exercise is that you got to keep your back glued to the ground, your heels, sorry, your foot glued to the ground, and when you try to push up, make sure you're squeezing your glutes inside. And this one, what I want you to do is, you, as soon as you take the first step behind, make sure your back is off the floor and you're putting a lot of pressure on your hamstrings. So with this, we finish our glute bridges 2. The fifth exercise that is gonna be RDLs. So it's gonna be a very simple one, but this time what we're gonna do is, to gain strength, what we're gonna do is, we're not gonna use the dumbbell. What we're gonna do is, we're gonna do a jump with an RDL. So what we're gonna do is, in an athletic form, so as you're running, so you take one leg on top, you go down to do an RDL, and the second one you come on top and relax. Okay, I'll show you to you again. So what we're gonna do is, this is gonna be a starting point, back straight, and first thing is going to be, we're going to go up in a running position, and as you go down, you do the RDL, and then on top, and then relax. If you want, you can switch legs, or you can keep going 5 to 6 reps in the same leg. I'll tell you to prefer to switch your legs, go to the left one after you finish the right. So again, you go on top in a running form, you go down, RDL. If you RDL, try to hold, or then jump up and then relax. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, we're gonna do at least 5 to 6 reps, 5 right, 5 left, and then and then we're done with the exercise. Sorry, I just got lost for a second. Ready? So let's go now. Again, I want you to keep your back straight whenever you're doing, and again, whenever you're going in the RDL form, make sure you push your hips behind, and then your upper body, and then down, and then push on top. Ready? So let's go. Gonna do it slow, get the form right, and then try to switch. So simple steps: 1, gonna be 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one, and relax. Puts a good pressure on your hamstring, because that's what we are working on. You feel a ball on your hamstring, that's completely fine. So with this, we finish RDLs 2. If you feel this was too much for you, or you're not getting the form right, keep going again, keep watching it again and again to get the form right. If you feel you're not confident enough to do it yet, stick with the simple one, get the dumbbell and just do the simple RDLs, no matter. So we start getting strength, and then please try to push for this exercise that I just did, the RDL and the jump one. Try to push for that, get the form right, go slow. I've divided into steps, get the steps right. Always keep the steps in your mind when you're trying to do the exercise. Okay, so we finish with RDL. The next one is going to be sumo squats, but this time what we're going to do is, we're going to do a calf raise with sumo squats. So what we're going to do is, we're going to go wide, we're going to do a squat, and when you come up, we're going to do a calf raise there, and then get and then get down. Simple one. Okay, so let's go. A simple sumo squat. Again, simple details to keep in mind over here is gonna be your toes pointing outside, and make sure your knees are following that line. And this time what we're gonna do is, keeping a back straight, we're gonna go down, do a sumo squat, and when you come up, you're gonna do a calf raise and then get it down. So this is gonna be 1 rep. Everything includes everything in the rep. Oh, what am I saying? Saying everything important in the rep is toes pointing outside, your knees following the toes, doing a sumo squat. When you're coming up, doing a calf raise, and then relax. This is going to be 1 rep. So we're going to do at least 10 reps Okay, you're gonna push yourself to do 10 reps and let's go. Keeping your back straight, not humping your back a lot. And last one. And relax. Whew. Good exercise. Good exercise. I love these kind of exercises where you gotta work two body parts at the same time during the same exercise. During the exercise you're working like two body parts at the same time in one rep. It's fun. It's always challenging because you gotta keep your mind activated too, your core activated too. You gotta know what the steps include. You gotta know what is the right form. You gotta know what you don't have to do, what you have to do. Everything requires attention. So with this, we finish our sumo squats too. The last one is gonna be finisher. Last time we did the squat and the lunge one. That's all we're gonna do. Not improvising anything in that, because finisher we did 7-7 last time. This time I'm gonna push to 10 reps. So it's gonna be 10 squats and 10 right lunges and 10 left lunges. So as soon as you're ready, push yourself to do. But this time, make sure you increase your speed a little bit. We don't want to do it very slow. We don't want to do it like we're just doing for the name's sake. We're gonna push ourselves to do it a little bit faster. So it's gonna be for fast squat. You come up, one right lunge, one left lunge, and then you get back. So make sure the breathing is right. Make sure you're breathing well during the workout. And if you feel you got to take a sip of water, or you just loosen up before the finisher, just do it and let's get started. I recommend not to take more than maximum 60 seconds rest before this exercise. 60 to 70 seconds rest, and then let's just finish it off. Ready? So 10 reps this time. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Done. Whew. Feel a lot of tension and burn on your quads and hamstring. Exactly why it's called the finisher. With this, we finish our today's workout. So as you see, we did a progressive overload of improvising another exercise in the second round with the same exercise that we were doing, focusing on focusing on two muscles at the same time during round 2. Now, if you feel round 2 was a bit exhausting and you're not being able to do it in the right form right now, but then in the future, obviously you got to do that. But if you feel that it was too much for you, stick to round 1. Finish the round 1 again. Try to push yourself to do at least 2 to 3 rounds of round 1 that we did. Same exercises, but you try to increase the reps or the intensity of the exercise. Make sure you're doing it in the right form. The small steps that I've told you, always keep them in mind. And if you feel you're done for the day, done for the exercise, just loosen up a bit. Do some squat, quadricep stretch, or do some knee hugs. You just want to stretch a little bit. There is a lot of tension on your hamstring because we worked a lot of hamstring today. You just want to stretch them out, or some calves. You just want to hold there for at least 5 to 6 seconds, and that's all. So again, we finished with round 2. If you feel you still have energy to push yourself to do round 3, go push yourself to do the same exercises in round 3, but make sure the form is right, you're getting the reps right, keeping small details in your mind, and finish it off. That's all for today. My name is Fez, and I'll see you soon on Saturday morning. See you and take care.